this year it's all about starting a new chapter for 3 of our teams with a big section shuffle, changing the league picture quite a bit.
Yeah, that's right, Jackie. A lot of teams have brand new homes this season. Ephrata dropping down to Section 2, Garden Spot dropping down to Section 3, and Lancaster Catholic, of course, leaping up with the big boys in Section 1.
The reigning state champs, the Crusaders, dealing with powerhouse Wilson in that incredible 90-man roster. Well, Ephrata finally saying goodbye to those roster sizes and now facing arch nemesis Coke Calico for section bragging rights.
Can't underestimate a rivalry like that in Section 2, and Garden Spot will start a new era for its program in Section 3, although they'll have to deal with District 3 Single A champs Columbia.
Big changes to the league look, and every one of those teams are looking forward to the new schedule and challenge.
Do a lot more teaching, a lot more technique now, and try and stay out of a lot of banging in practice and try and keep kids healthy.
It's more competition, and like a lot better teams.
Do it again.
It's definitely going to be a good feeling not to be outmanned that greatly this year.
Prepare the same way that we did last year because we don't know what to expect.
Starting from scratch this year, so I think that'll be just the game planning and the X's and O's stuff will be quite an adjustment.
Section 1 really is a beast to play through with these changes to the season schedule. How will all the teams be affected come November? As always, when we need someone to impart some knowledge, we bring back one of the busiest guys in the LLeaguenews.com's Jeff Reinhart. Good to have you back, Jeff.
Hey, Jackie, good to be here. Here we go.
Well, firstly, the teams playing musical chairs this season. What is the big thing you see coming with the section shuffle?
It's got to be Lancaster Catholic on up to Section 1. Everybody's been waiting for this for 2 years since we found out there was going to be a shuffle. Going to have their eyes on the defending state champs. How are they going to do? Catholic certainly has a pretty good nucleus coming back. Everybody already has week 7 circled. That's when Wilson comes to Lancaster to take on the Crusaders. That should be a ton of fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Section 1. You know, size is everything in that group. Do you like having Catholic in the mix, or are we going to be talking about small school problems come the end?
I don't think it's going to be a problem for Catholic now. I did hear Coach Harbach said at Media Day that his numbers are a little low. But like I said, they have a really good nucleus coming back. They have some guys in the trenches. They have Roman Clay, who's one of the best running backs in the state. I think they will compete. I think they'll be just fine. And I would not be surprised at all if that week 7 game with Wilson, first place will be on the line.
Well, Catholic not the only team moving. Garden Spot and Ephrata moving down to their respective new sections. There's no doubt that this is great news for the Mounts. But will this have a negative impact for the Spartans since they are still in AAA, facing AA or even single A competition?
Yeah, I got the sense that they weren't overly thrilled to be going down to Section 3, but I think they'll make the best of it for sure, no doubt about that. I think they'll go down there as the section favorite. They're going to have the biggest roster in Section 3 by far. I think Donegal will challenge, and I would circle that game right now, the Donegal Garden Spot game. And I think they're anxious to see some new teams and some new stadiums and different road trips. But I don't know how long they're going to be in Section 3, so I think they'll make the best of it while they're there.
Well, finally, Jeff, we can never let you leave here without some predictions. So quick fire. Name your 3 section champs.
I think Wilson gets it done in Section 1. Their defense is scary and top-notch. I think Manheim Central comes out of Section 2. They have a lot back and a lot of expectations. And I'll go with Garden Spot in Section 3. New kids on the block. I think they'll play with a chip on their shoulder and come out of there in Section 3.
Well, both predictions, Jeff. We'll see if you still have your prediction magic later on in this season. Well, thanks again. And remember, you can head to Jeff's blog at LLeaguesports.com for more on the league. And also, we have that link on our News 11 Sports blog.